There are things that seem harmless, but are quietly eroding our joy for life after the age of 70. After 70, many people believe that life is just about quiet, peaceful days, with a cup of tea, birds singing, and nostalgic memories. But the truth is, there is still so much for you to live for, to enjoy, and to change. You just need to let go of the things that are silently dragging you down every single day. In today's video, we are going to explore 6 things that anyone who wants to live a joyful, healthy, and meaningful life after 70 absolutely needs to let go of. Insights inspired by the deep and powerful life philosophy of world-renowned psychologist Jordan Peterson. And you might be surprised to realize that some of these things are happening in your life right now without you even noticing. Before we dive in, leave a comment below with a positive affirmation as a way of attracting good things into your life. Something like, "I deserve to live happily every single day," or any other intention that speaks to you. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss content like this. Let us build a space filled with uplifting energy to grow and truly enjoy this chapter of life together. Now, as promised, I am going to share with you 6 things that, if you can let go of them, life after 70 will feel fresher and more vibrant than ever before. 1. Let go of regrets about the past. At the age of 70, many people find themselves constantly looking back on life with a heavy heart. Thoughts like, "I wish I had done it differently," "If only I had said that," or "I should have been braver." These phrases may sound harmless, but they are actually some of the heaviest emotional burdens we carry. We no longer live in the past, but old regrets cling to our minds, making it hard for our hearts to feel at peace. Here is what you need to understand. Regret does not change the past. It only makes the present darker. Every time you allow an old memory to hurt you again, you are reliving that pain, even though it happened long ago. Jordan Peterson once said, "Tell the truth, even if it is your own pain." And sometimes that truth is, you made mistakes, you missed opportunities, you stayed silent when you should have spoken up. But that does not mean you have to carry those mistakes like a life sentence. Forgiving yourself does not mean denying the past. It is a declaration. I once stumbled, but I no longer let that wound control me. When you learn to forgive, you do not erase the memory. You free yourself from its hold. Sometimes, regret comes from what you did not do, the dreams you let slip away, the chances you think are now gone. But here is the beautiful part. It is not too late. Every day you are alive is a blank page, a chance to rewrite how you want to live. No one is stopping you from picking up a new hobby, learning something new, or simply living a little lighter and a little happier than yesterday. You still have time ahead of you. Every morning you wake up is a new opportunity to live differently. Let go of what you cannot change, so your steps can feel lighter and your heart can love itself more fully. Life after 70 is not the part you are meant to relive. It is the part you get to live right. And that choice begins with forgiveness, for others and for yourself. 2. Let go of expecting others to make you happy. One of the most common illusions that many people carry through life is the belief that happiness comes from someone else. That if only your children were more thoughtful, your partner more romantic, your friends more attentive, you would finally feel happy and fulfilled. But here is the problem. When you place your joy in someone else's hands, you also give them control over your emotions. At 70, it is time to reclaim that power. Happiness is not a gift someone brings to your doorstep. Happiness is something you create by caring for yourself the same way you spent a lifetime caring for others. Jordan Peterson said, "Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping." It is interesting how we are so ready to sacrifice, worry, and give everything for our children, our spouse, our friends, and yet we often forget to truly love and care for ourselves. But if there is anyone who deserves tenderness and attention right now, it is you, the one who has already walked through so many years of life. Letting go of the expectation that others will make you happy does not mean you have to live alone or without emotion. It means waking up to the fact that you no longer need to depend on anyone else to feel at peace. When you take responsibility for your own emotions, you start to set healthy boundaries. You choose what brings you joy. You choose how you rest, how you enjoy life, and how you recharge. Without needing anyone's permission, you will begin to notice that simple moments, like sipping a cup of tea, listening to your favorite song, or walking under the soft light of sunset, can bring you profound happiness if your mind is no longer waiting for someone else's approval or affection. This stage of life is a time to return to yourself. You do not need to prove anything anymore. You do not need to exhaust yourself for love. When you learn to love yourself as if you were your own best friend, life suddenly feels so much lighter. Happiness is not about what others do for you. It is about how you choose to live with yourself every day. And believe me, you deserve to be happy, even if no one else does it for you. 3. Let go of clutter, both physical and emotional. The things you keep around you often reflect how you are living inside. A room full of old, unused items, a closet stuffed with things you never touch. It might not seem like a big deal, but all of it carries a quiet heaviness in your mind. That is because outer clutter often mirrors inner chaos. Jordan Peterson once said, "Clean your room." It might sound simple, maybe even too simple, but that small act carries a powerful message. You are taking back control of your own world. Cleaning is not just about organizing your stuff. It is about clearing your life of the things that no longer serve you. Start with something small. A drawer you have not opened in a year. A shirt you have not worn in a decade. That feeling you get when you finally let those things go, it is lighter than you expect. Because every unused item sitting around your home is taking up space. Not just in your house, but in your mind too. And beyond physical clutter, the more dangerous kind is emotional clutter. Words you never said, regrets you buried, lingering sadness hidden beneath a calm exterior. The more you push it down, the deeper it roots itself, and eventually it robs you of peace, even when your surroundings are perfectly still. Cleaning your emotions is like cleaning a room. You need to look at each item in your mind and ask, is this still useful to me? If the answer is no, let it go, gently. After 70, you do not need to hold on to everything. You do not need to prove anything through the number of things you own, and you definitely do not need to keep reliving the emotions that once hurt you. Now is the time to choose simplicity, in your living space and in your soul. When your room is spacious, you can breathe easier, and when your mind is clear, life feels simple, light, and unexpectedly joyful. That is a gift you can absolutely give yourself, starting with one small action, tidying up. Verse 4, let go of toxic relationships, even if they are family. No one deserves your peace more than you do. After 70 years of life, you have spent so much time trying to keep the peace, trying to be patient, trying to get along. But some relationships, the more effort you put in, the more they hurt you. And the harshest truth is, sometimes the ones who hurt you most are the people you cannot easily walk away from. Your family, your children, or lifelong friends. But there comes a point in life when you have to learn to prioritize yourself. In your later years, you simply do not have the extra energy to keep healing everyone around you, especially those who have no desire to change. What you need now is peace of mind, not conversations that leave you drained, not words that make you feel small, and not the presence of people who constantly take but never listen. There is a thought worth reflecting on. Your soul is sacred ground, and you have the right to protect it from those who do not value it. No one has the right to step into your world if all they bring is chaos, judgment, and negativity. You do not need to be rude or cut people off entirely, but you can set boundaries. And those boundaries are for the sake of your mental well-being. Not every relationship needs to be maintained, especially when the cost is your peace. Let your mind and heart be reserved only for the people who make you feel loved, respected, and seen for who you truly are. Gentle conversations, warm hugs, grateful glances, those are what you should hold on to. You do not owe anyone an explanation for needing peace. You do not have to keep suffering just because you are thinking of others. It is time to start thinking of yourself, because the time you have left is incredibly precious. Do not let it be drained by the presence of people who leave you exhausted. When you bravely let go of toxic relationships, you are not only freeing up space around you, you are cleansing your inner world. And sometimes, that release opens the door for new people to enter your life. People who truly deserve to be there, no matter how old you are. 5. Let go of the fear of growing old. Aging is inevitable, but fearing old age is a choice. It is a choice to live in anxiety about your body weakening, your memory fading, and the fear of becoming invisible in a world that moves too fast. But in truth, what drains people is not age itself. It is the constant worry about aging. And that worry can slowly steal away your confidence and joy. When you were younger, you lived looking forward to the future. But now, as you grow older, you might find yourself pulled backward by fears. Are the coming days still worth looking forward to? Do I still have a role in this world? That doubt is what makes you withdraw from joy, shrink your presence, and start believing that your part in life is over. But let me tell you something. Growing old is not the end. It is the most profound chapter of your life. This is the time when you are no longer bound by social expectations, no longer chasing achievements or needing validation. This is the time to live authentically, gently, freely, and more deeply than ever before. You do not have to please anyone anymore. You do not have to push yourself to meet anyone else's standards. Life now belongs to you, and you have every right to define it your way. One powerful thought from Jordan Peterson is worth remembering. Life is suffering, but the meaning we build gives it dignity. It is a reminder that no matter the circumstances, you still get to choose how to live in a way that makes you feel proud and at peace. Every day you wake up, every breath you take, every moment you can still feel, that is a miracle if you choose to see life with gratitude instead of fear. So instead of counting down your days, count the things you are grateful for. A warm cup of coffee, a good book, a surprise phone call from someone you love, a quiet morning with sunlight at your window. These little things carry the full beauty of life. Old age does not have to be a time of loss. It can be a time of understanding, of wholeness, of gentle light after the storms of life. And you can enjoy it if you dare to let go of fear. 6. Let go of the belief that there is nothing left to learn. One of the most dangerous mental traps as we age is complacency, that feeling of I already know enough, or I have experienced everything, or there is nothing left to learn. That mindset not only shuts down your curiosity, but also slowly closes your heart, like a door shutting on a world that is still full of wonder. The truth is, none of us ever know enough. Every generation, every person, every situation has something to teach us, if we are open to it. Learning is not just found in books or classrooms. It happens in conversations, in how we listen, how we observe, how we ask questions, and how we reflect. As long as you are still learning, you are still living. The moment you stop learning, you begin to fade, even if your body is still here. Jordan Peterson said something deeply meaningful. Maturity begins where you stop being sure. It is in those moments of uncertainty that we are pushed to keep exploring, to stay humble, and to step outside our comfort zones. And that, at any age, is where life keeps going. At 70 or even 80, learning is no longer about grades or degrees or proving anything. It is about keeping your mind sharp, your heart curious, and your spirit young. Maybe you are learning how to use a smartphone, picking up a few phrases in another language, or practicing how to listen to a younger person without judgment. Every single one of these things adds richness to your life. You do not need to learn a lot, but make it a habit. Every time you open yourself to something new, even just a little, you refresh who you are. And that sense of renewal is what keeps you from falling into boredom or loneliness, two things many older people struggle with. So let go of the belief that aging limits your ability to learn. In fact, This might be the best time to learn, because there is no pressure, no competition, only the freedom to grow for your own sake. If you are still listening to these words, something inside you has likely shifted. It does not have to be a big moment. It does not have to be dramatic. Just a gentle nod to yourself. The truth is, you do not need to wait for a special day to start living differently. You do not need anyone's permission, and you do not need everything to be perfect. All it takes is one choice, right now, to let go of what no longer belongs to you. Peace of mind does not come from holding on to everything. It comes from knowing when to let go. Just like meditation is not about sitting still, but about looking inward without running away. When you start clearing your mind, when you begin to listen to yourself, you will realize peace is not somewhere far away. It is found in simplicity. And if you are ready, leave a comment with a positive affirmation as a personal milestone just for you. Maybe something like, "I choose to live with a light heart," or "I am awake enough to begin again from within," or anything else that feels true to your soul. And if this video sparked something inside you, hit like so this message can reach more people. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep walking this path of deeper, freer, and more authentic living. Wishing you strength, peace, and see you in the next video.